Hello, thanks for joining us. This is your midweek edition of Info Hub. President David Granger today put a timeline to the establishment of the proposed Ministry of Petroleum, saying it is likely to come on stream in 2020 when oil production starts. Stacey Carmichael reports.
President Granger at his August 31 press conference had announced his administration's plan to have a new ministry established to manage the petroleum sector. Today, speaking on the sidelines of the swearing-in of the Police Complaints Authority, the president said at this stage the government does not want to establish a new ministry, owing to the fact that the Department of Energy is now being operationalized.
In terms of its organization, administration, legislation, so it has a lot of work to do. So it probably will not be before 2020 that a full-blown ministry could be established. Even if we wanted to do it, I think it would be a rush job. It would be hasty to attempt to do it.
The president added that the Department of Energy is currently assembling a team of international experts. He believes that a 2-year period is adequate before establishing an effective and efficient ministry to manage the petroleum sector. At his press conference on August 31, the head of state disclosed that the Department of Energy is an interim measure since a small unit within the Ministry of Natural Resources did not have the capacity to bear the burden of a world-class petroleum industry.
The decision on the 1st of August came about as a result of the Minister of Natural Resources' request to Cabinet that the portfolio or the responsibility for petroleum be removed from the Ministry of Natural Resources, and it was on that basis that the decision was made to set up a Department of Energy. The Department of Energy itself is just, I would say, an interim measure. In due course, we hope to have a ministry responsible for the petroleum industry. It is too large.
For Info Hub, Stacey Carmichael.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon today met with the Exxon Exploration Vice President Mike Cousins, who is in Guyana, and discussed plans to enhance technical vocational training. Here is Stacey Carmichael again.
Minister Harmon, during a meeting today with ESSO Exploration Executive Vice President Mike Cousins, Exxon Mobil's country manager Rod Henson, and Senior Director Exxon Mobil Deidre Moe, said government is committed to enhancing the technical training provided at the TVET centers across the country. This, he noted, is to ensure citizens take advantage of the opportunities that will become available locally with the emergence of the petroleum sector.
We really want to have a fresh look at the way we train our technical people at the technical institutes all across the country, because we believe there are great opportunities at not necessarily a very high level, but at the low levels where that kind of skill is required. Certainly welders, painters, blasters, masons, carpenters, that level of skill, because what it does is that it absorbs some of those persons who might not be able to get a higher jobs. It absorbs them into a pool of resource which we can utilize for not only here in Guyana, but in the wider CARICOM region.
At the secondary level, Minister Harmon said government is also looking at the reintroduction of industrial arts into the curriculum.
We have to admit that not all of us are inclined in one way academically, and therefore we must create opportunities for those persons who might not have actually had that skill. Additionally, there are people, some of our young women who might have had early pregnancies. We would need to have them back again into the system and to create an atmosphere which facilitates that. It's a reality of life that women do get pregnant, and young girls also do get pregnant. And so we have to make facilities to, even after they deliver their babies, to be able to assimilate them into our education system.
Exxon's country manager Rod Henson expressed the company's willingness to continue working with the government and the Department of Energy. Minister Harmon also restated government's commitment to protecting the environment and updated the team on the progress of the Green State Development Strategy, GSDS, to be completed shortly. For Info Hub, Stacey Carmichael.
The Ministry of Public Health today signed an MOU with the Austrian Federal Ministry for Transport, Innovation and Technology, which will see enhancement to our healthcare system.
The Memorandum of Understanding signed between the two countries will boost quality healthcare for all Guyanese, according to Minister of Public Health Valda Lawrence.
Through this strategic guidance and direction of the Ministry of Public Health, it is anticipated that the agreements on projects that will develop Guyana's public health facilities will show that we are that government which we said we are, a caring government, as we work towards improving the availability and access to quality health care in a timely fashion.
Head of Staff of the Federal Ministry for Transport, Innovation and Technology of Austria, Dr. Gernot Grimm, said it is about improving people's lives.
I'm also more than happy that we could succeed in incorporating already concrete projects to be implemented underneath the just signed MOU to show the public, I mean not only the politicians but also the peoples involved, our people in Austria and your people here in Guyana, that we not only want to sign papers, but we want to really implement projects.
The MOU aims to enhance the public health sector's infrastructure, technology, and human resource development. For InfoHub, Anarakan.
Hello, sir. You can't be smoking with passengers in the car. I got me little child in there. I mean, I can't smoke in your own car.
You know it's against the law for taxi drivers and minibus drivers to smoke, especially when you got a child under 16 in the car.
If you don't like it, go come out my car, man.
Just to let you know, the law states that even if you're in a car alone, you can't smoke because the fumes can get into the fabric and affect your passengers.
Let's all work together to prevent cigarette smoking related illnesses.
Welcome back. The Police Complaints Authority is now in place. Retired High Court Judge William Ramlal was today sworn in by President David Granger. Stacey Carmichael once again.
President Granger said the Police Complaints Authority was constituted in accordance with the provisions of the law and in keeping with his government's commitment to increasing public trust in the Guyana Police Force.
The authority is vested with powers to receive complaints of specified cases of misconduct by members of the police force and supervise the investigation of certain serious crimes alleged to have been committed by members of the police force.
Justice William Ramlal was appointed in accordance with the Police Complaints Authority Act, which states that the authority will consist of one person appointed by the President from among persons who have been or are qualified to be a puisne judge of the High Court. The authority, President Granger said, can assist with improving the level of trust between the police and the public.
The authority is a critical link between the police and the public. It provides a means through which the public can have its grievances against police malpractice addressed in an impartial manner by an independent person.
The head of state noted that the authority is a public defense and allows citizens to hold the members of the Guyana Police Force accountable for their actions. It can engender greater public trust in the force by ensuring it is in conformity with human rights, including the right to life and liberty, President Granger highlighted. The Police Complaints Authority will be in effect for a period of 3 years. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, State Minister Joseph Harmon, and other senior officials attended the swearing-in ceremony. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
The Competition and Consumer Affairs Commission today conducted an inspection exercise at random clothing stores around Georgetown with the aim of ensuring that businesses are following the Consumers Affairs Act. Crystal Stull has this report.
Consumer Affairs Officer Fiona Paul explained the inspection exercise originally began in Bartica and will be conducted countrywide.
We're speaking to the owners and we're verifying whether or not they're in compliance with each section, which speaks to receipts, warranties, return and refund policies, and pricing, different aspects. And what we're also doing is informing businesses that are not aware of what their obligations should be.
She noted since the previous inspection exercise, many businesses are coming on board with the Act. Paul believes this is due to the Commission's public awareness campaigns.
People are more aware now of what they should do, suppliers that is, and especially in the no refund signs. I'm not seeing much around the areas that we examined. I don't know other areas in Georgetown if they are those signs up, but we will be checking all over. In terms of the other aspects, people are in compliance, some are not. So they're either being issued with a compliance form or a non-compliance notice, which gives them a period of time to get in compliance.
Communications Officer of the Commission, Alison Parker, said consumers must understand their basic rights.
What I want to say to consumers is that there's this act that gives you your rights, your power. I've seen people commenting that only in America you can return and have a refund and so on. I want to say to consumers in Guyana, there is a law that gives you the right to refund and return and a right to warranty, and you should use it.
Parker added that consumer rights do come with certain obligations that must be maintained. Extracts of the Act were also distributed to the suppliers to ensure they are aware of their obligations. Consumers are asked to make reports to the Commission if suppliers are not in compliance with the Act. Reporting for InfoHub, Crystal Stahl.
Allaying anxieties, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu says he is awaiting the report of a board investigation at the Guyana Chronicle before making any pronouncements on spending by the General Manager. More from Stacey Carmichael.
The Prime Minister said that in the interest of an investigation that is impartial, the board of the Guyana National Newspapers Limited, which publishes the Guyana Chronicle newspaper, has decided that newly appointed General Manager Sherrod Duncan will be sent on administrative leave, allowing for an investigation. The Prime Minister said he believes that Duncan is both qualified and able to serve as the General Manager.
And I consider him to be competent, and he's very energized, and if I may say so, he has a vision of helping to digitize the newspaper, putting it in a way that all other media in the world are now going in a direction where they deal more with the social media perception and concept of the role of media.
Duncan was appointed General Manager earlier this year and has been leading the rebranding of the Chronicle and has been pushing for a greater presence online and on social media. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Meanwhile, the Austrian team was warmly welcomed at a reception hosted in their honor last evening. Find out more in this report.
The Specialized Health Engineering Team is in discussions with the Foreign Affairs and Public Health Ministries regarding expanding bilateral relations in the area of modernized infrastructure for health. VAMED is recognized internationally as one of the leading companies in healthcare modernization. It provides a complete package of services for every type of healthcare facility. At a cocktail reception for the team last evening, Dr. Gernot Grimm said there are intentions of developing technology in other sectors.
The health sector is not the only technology. We are ready to cooperate with you, but it's the first one, and I called it a lighthouse project to show the public in Guyana and in Austria that a cooperation can exceed political excellent relations by far through well-functioning economic ties and relations.
Foreign Affairs Minister Carl Greenidge noted that VAMED has completed more than 800 projects in 75 countries. He welcomed the engineering company input in several strategic areas.
We had the opportunity to have some of these highlighted during the accreditation of Ambassador Marian Feldman not so long ago. And in those exchanges, there was also mention of the potential in areas of clean energy, intensified bilateral cooperation, economic cooperation, as well as greater collaboration in the field of trade.
The range of services provided by VAMED will cover the entire healthcare value chain, from project development, planning and construction to operations, biomedical engineering and facility management. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
The Ministry of the Presidency has called for the retraction of an article which it deems malicious and misleading by the online news outfit Citizens Report. The ministry condemned the false report regarding President Granger's reason for not attending this year's United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, scheduled for September 18 in New York. The website, which has a reputation for misrepresenting facts, attempted to mislead the public by stating that the president is not well. The ministry said that the president's decision to not attend the 73rd UNGA is based solely on the fact that there are urgent matters of national importance that require his attention, particularly the upcoming local government elections slated for November 12. Guyana will be represented by Foreign Minister Carl Greenidge. A hero maximum from Sohail Tanvir saved the day and secured Amazon Warriors' win over Trinbago Knight Riders at Providence and secured their place in the CPL finals. We leave you with the latest CPL update and, of course, your bridge and weather reports. Goodbye.